Hello and welcome everybody to the ACES competition quarterfinals. Our first match of the quarterfinals, we got a match today between the Bloodbath Bay Buccaneers and the Prague Bombers. I'm joined by my esteemed comrade Stevens.
Hello.
Stevens, you want to introduce yourself?
I am Stevens. I know nothing about anything besides Sly 1. But it's going to be a fun match. The Buccaneers have given an upset so far. As predictions in the past, they were not to win. But here they are in the quarterfinals against the Bombers. It's going to be a fun match.
For sure will be. We'll have the draft starting up soon here. The teams will pick 3 episodes as always, and then we'll be off to the races.
Yeah, both of these teams are pretty flexible. Well, I guess the Bombers are not as flexible, but very interested to see what they are going for.
Off the bat, we got the Buccaneers bombing 2-5, 2-7, 3-6, and 4-5.
Okay. What do the Bombers want to get rid of? Probably 2-1, 2-3. That'd be my guess. Getting rid of 4-4 probably 4-4 or 4-2. Because Mapioto really strong in both those episodes. All right.
They get rid of 2-1 and 2-8.
3-3 and 4-1. I was very wrong.
Yeah, I know the 4-1 ban was not a surprise to me because Phobos and I both are known haters of Sly 4 episode 1. I think that episode is underhated. Most people would talk about things are underrated. That episode is underhated.
Personally, other than the long Murray section, I don't mind 4-1. Okay.
Now we'll get our first pick coming in here from the Bombers whenever they're ready. They can pick from any game. with all these picks.
Pick 2-3. Very, very interesting.
Now, in the past, they've had Turk play Sly 2 for the Bombers. And I know they've definitely had multiple matches at 2-3, possibly even all of them. I'm not sure.
uh,
So Turk definitely feels comfortable with that.
yeah, I think Turk had played 2-5 twice. I think, maybe not.
And then we also get 3-4 picked by the Buccaneers.
So that will probably be Knave and Dide would be my guess, and then so Turk and Professor on 2-3 most likely. Well, let's see what we'll have to wait and see what the final pick is though.
It would be advantageous for the Bombers for this to be a Sly 4 episode due to Phobos's like most recent grinding of Sly 4 compared to the other games.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been a while since I've seen Phobos on 2 or 3, and I know Phobos is not the biggest
but Sly 4 is done.
3.
The Buccaneers got rid of it in that last banning phase. So the Bombers will have to make do with early game Sly 3 or Sly 2 Episode 4. So very interesting choice coming up for them.
Are we gonna get a first 2-4 pick? We will. This will be the first time 2-4 has been ran in the Aces competition.
So I'll be
Oh,
interested to see how the Bombers distribute those 3 episodes. I'm not sure what Turk's practice level has been with other episodes than 3. Because I know Phobos has pretty much zero preparation on the other games. So
I know Turk is prepared for 2-3 for sure. 2-4. I don't know if any of them have practiced that.
we'll be doing 2-4 to start. Then we'll do 2-3 and then 3-4 to wrap it up. Now it's worth mentioning that these two teams did meet in the third round of the Swiss stage when both teams were 1-1 at that time, and the Buccaneers did take the victory in that match.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah. I think the Buccaneers are doing the same thing they have been doing. They have Mapioto go first, and then Professor second, and then Nave to finish it off. That's how they've been going every single match so far. So I would assume they're doing the same here.
Yeah, and it was the professor who played Slide 2 Episode 3 in that round 3 matchup between these two teams previously.
Yeah, I know in that last match there was some technical difficulties on the Bombers side, so maybe if we can get past that, it'll be a much closer match. 'Cause I think they lost over a minute due to stream issues. Uh, yeah, I mean, this seems like a really good draft for the Buccaneers. Seems like they're
Yeah, I would
picking.
consider this a big win for the Buccaneers at the draft phase at least. Um, so a bit of an uphill climb for the Bombers, but certainly anything can happen, as we've learned in these Aces rounds.
Yeah, just takes one mistake to start falling behind. Still,
So for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the format of Aces, we're now into the knockout stage. So we've narrowed down the field to 6 teams, um, and so this quarterfinal round will one of these 2 teams will move on to play either the Outback or the Jackalopes, and the Outback will select their opponent out of the quarterfinal winners, and then the Jackalopes will get the other team that is advanced.
um,
Um, So whoever loses this match is done. We're playing for everything now at this point.
It looks like the Bombers are not quite ready, uh, but they are gonna have to go. Oh,
Seems like both teams are ready now, so we should be,
oh, perfect! They made it.
and we're off to the races.
We still don't know who the first runner is. I'm gonna assume it's Phobos based off of the Apollo save tool. Uh, I don't know if Turk or Dide has Apollo save tool.
My guess is that they both do. I'm not sure whose gameplay this is myself either. It is notable, however, that well, okay, they do have adrenaline burst. They didn't use adrenaline burst for the first bulk of this job trigger movement, but they get the proxy quickly, so
That's
they
probably Turk.
actually
Yeah, it's probably
develop the early lead. Turk is a legend at that proxy.
Yeah, the 360 no scopes. The guards.
For whatever reason, he has some sort of relationship with that car.
I remember being in a call with him one time. He was just doing that over and over again, trying to the trick shot on some guards. Oh yeah, so Turk and Mapio though. Turk falling behind a little bit at the start from the jump, but catching it up with the proxy. Mapio tried it a couple times, but had to end up running around.
Now we do have a new layout, as some of you have already noticed. I'm sure it's difficult to not notice. This is courtesy of the wonderful artist Frizz RL, Frizz Rocket League. So thank you, Frizz, for this beautiful work that he did. Frizz has done a lot for all of the graphics and stuff for Sligold's events and everything, so shout out Frizz.
We should give him a raise.
Yeah, a raise from the current 0.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Okay. Contessa, what are we talking about? Telling us where Sly is, I think.
Yeah, in this job she talks about her various evil schemes. This job is like extremely boring after the
beginning movement.
After the beginning movement, yeah.
Yeah, but luckily it's not too long. Was this a 4-minute job, I think?
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark, yeah.
3.5 to 4. 4 if you're bad like me. We'll pull up slygolds.com. You can see all the times.
Now this job is, or this episode rather, Slide 2 episode 4 is hugely shifted based on your chosen route. And it's all reliant on like what you do for code capture. So code capture has a very notorious fake floor cutscene skip, in which you cause the guards to die, and it skips a very long cutscene. It's actually the biggest skip in Slide 2, like up until this point from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, knowing our runners, I have a feeling Mapioso will probably go for all the hard strats.
Yeah, so there is an inconsistent code capture route, which is a coin flip. That saves about, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 10 seconds, commonly used for episode runs. I would assume that nobody will be going for that, so we may see the variation used in full game runs, where code capture is played first.
Turk narrowly dodging the train there. We also have the disguise bridge. Fake floor.
Yep, there's been some variation that has developed on that one as well, so it'll be interesting to see what these runners go for. Now, currently we're in train hack. What's tough about this job is that the entire thing is sort of based around the cycle of the train. Train goes back and forth, and it increases speed every time you finish a hack, but it also turns around wherever it is when you finish a hack. So based on your pace, it will change where the train is, and the train is a one hit if you happen to get hit by it.
I think Turk fell behind ever so slightly from worse movement to the second hack, third hack. But it's still really close. We probably won't see much separation for a few jobs. Ooh, Mafioso almost running straight into the train. I don't know the cycles as well, so I don't know how common that is.
In these hack rooms, it's optimal to shoot from further away because the bullets deal more damage, but also you want to be like immediately right there when the last firewall breaks. So it's kind of a game of playing with your distance so that you move forward kind of at the same rate that the firewalls are being destroyed.
I think Turk spent a little too much time for hopping in the green thing, the key slot. Another thing to notice is Mapioto managed his AB a little better. So he will have AB to get to the next job pretty quickly. Which is his wall bombing, I believe.
Yeah. I am concerned about Mapioto's health level because he did drop a bomb into that trigger, and so if he's at 50%, he will die.
I don't think Mapioto took any damage in training.
Yeah, I think I had him mixed up with Turk's health.
Yeah,
I think Turk took some damage.
Yeah, right away he ran into the water. I didn't know if that was intentional or not. Very good wall bombing from Mapioto. Not a lot of optimizations you can do. I think reducing the amount of times you have to turn around to get the second shot in the guard is as much as you can do.
It's a really technical split, even though it may not look it. There's it's all, you know, micro movement using the RC chopper, which isn't really the easiest thing to control in that way, so it's definitely hard. Mapioto into the first game reset of the episode. And I think we can expect him to do code capture following the reset. And I would imagine Turk will do the same.
Turk running into a guard, unfortunately. 2 guards. They are messing him up.
So I think the difference at this point is like around 30 seconds, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, that feels correct. We're getting into code capture. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so Mapiotho's going for consistent code capture, fake floor cutscene skip here, which you could say CCCFF for short. Um, so Mapiotho's got fake floor, and then he's gonna move through the wall, and then trigger the job from underneath. And if everything goes to plan, then the guard should die,
Very
and then you
nicely
fail
done.
the job. Very nicely done.
First try.
Now it's Turk's turn to do the same.
잘했어. 이제 그 열쇠를 이용해서 알람을 켜.
Ooh.
Well,
이제 모니터에
at this
표시되는 교환
point,
암호 코드를
the cutscene skip,
위치에서
loses a
찍도록
lot
해.
of consistency. So we'll see how this goes for Turk. If he manages to get up here, then I personally would be a believer that it will work.
He's up.
Nice.
Yeah, he hasn't spent too much time, so he should be fine.
I mean, no, it's a yeah, it didn't work. Damn. So on that skip, Turk should reset the game here because he is soft locked. You pretty much need to get up there like really cleanly to have it be consistent. Now it can still work beyond that point. And I'm pretty sure the skip goes through like cycles of working, maybe. Ghosted Hacks has a cycle, some sort of cycle mechanic with the fake floor that is known about. But at the end of the day, fake floor is kind of too complicated for us to be able to understand or figure out in full.
Must be a really lucky guy then. Every time I've never gotten it first try to get up there, and it's always worked for me.
So no guard is here to mess up Turk this time, so we'll see if it goes better.
충분해. 잘했어, 친구. 아주 잘했다고.
He went for the we don't really have a name for that, but he tried to use the soft lock, like stuck spot zone in the out of bounds area to sort of like pull him back up.
좋아, 슬라이. 바로 저거 해.
Yeah, he actually went away
백작품의
from
거대한
pole strats, and
공룡
it worked for
이
him.
말은 알겠지만 저건 그저
He wasn't
We have
letting
some
the-
people in the chat blaming the
이게
pole,
바로 그녀가 의도하는 바야.
when in fact it is a objective skill issue,
이런
unfortunately.
실물이
But
넘쳐나겠다.
Turk nails it this time.
아니야, 슬라이.
Good for him.
물론이야. 너한테는 신세 줬으니까.
감옥 주변의 피뢰침은
But with that
그
mistake,
아니,
the
거대한
Buccaneers have
공룡
developed a
번개가 치지
massive
않도록
lead
하기 위해서
already.
설치된 거야.
그래.
피뢰침의 바퀴를 돌리면
But anything can
전지선으로
happen,
흐르는 걸
as we've
막을 수
said.
있어. 피뢰침을
Especially
위험줄로
when we
만드는
get
거지.
to the slide 3
번개가 치는
portion.
곳으로 가서 5개의 피뢰침을
And we
찾도록 해.
got some big
이
skips
말은
and
피뢰침의 접시선
in
연결.
all of
three,
these
four.
episodes that can
번개가 저 급수타처럼 보이는 거대한 공룡
mess things
로봇을
up.
파괴하도록 하자는 거지.
그 정도면 정확한 설명이야.
Yeah, 2, 4, and 3, 4 are gonna be big episodes.
잘했어. 그 피뢰침은 작동을 하지 않게 됐어.
I don't feel like
번개가 치는
2,
곳을
3
살펴서 다른 피뢰침도 찾도록 해.
has too many big skips that I can think of right now. But as long as Turk can play consistent and get caught up, or not fall behind any further, that'll be really good for the Bombers. Mapiotho almost finished with a lightning action. Just 2 more lightning rods to go. Purposely gonna take some damage here for the death abuse in close to Contessa.
as Turk makes his way through code capture.
Now, two jobs that you're constantly all over the hub world.
And they're chained together, so juice management of the thief meter is a big deal for these two jobs. Making sure you have enough stealth slide remaining to finish both of them optimally back to back. Well, and you even have a little bit of close Contessa coming up next also, so it's
공격 로봇이라고.
Yeah,
two jobs and a little bit.
having some juice for close to Contessa is nice, but it's not needed for to get the
택하기 위해서는
quick grab and
두 개의
kill.
탱크 열쇠와 탱크
Quick
순찰
grab and death,
스킬을
I should say.
백작군에게서
It is
훔쳐내야 돼.
faster though.
It is fast.
Ultimately, that's the whole reason we have stealth slide. So
백작부인은 바보가 아니야. 네가 탈출한
Yeah,
이후
did Turk did have to use a smoke bomb here?
그녀 근처에 다가가면
yeah, he did.
집을 하나씩 처리해야 될 거야.
He's gotta be careful here to not accidentally crawl into that crawl space, which can happen.
Yeah. He's also one shot, so he's gonna have to play this very safe. Even the flashlight guard shooting him, I think, will kill him.
Yeah, it will at this point. And he doesn't have smoke bomb.
So,
Now, unfortunately, he didn't get back down there immediately. I think he did have an opportunity to pull the alarm a moment ago, but he missed it. Now he's got to wait a little bit. I would say to do it now.
yeah, I think he is trying to do it a little safe.
And he should just do the old strat. But I don't think he knows where to go for that. So this will be really scary to see if he gets here before the code disappears off the screen. Or, okay, actually, I think what happened is that we don't have sound, so it's a little hard to tell. But I believe the guard
ran at him.
pulled away before
탱크를 훔칠
he even
준비가
put in the
다
code.
됐어.
Meanwhile, Mapiotho just rolling through the jobs. He's already done with close Contessa,
Yeah,
and now he's on to the brawl in the big house.
I didn't even see any of it.
머레이가 독방에 들어가도록 해야 돼.
Having a little bit of health here is nice because this guard is pretty consistent at spawning here.
작전을 알려줘.
I would just go if I was Turk. He has the health to do it.
알았어. 그럼 들어간다.
Just I would have ran out and just smacked the guard. Ooh,
Bit of a super sneaky there. Yeah, that is an easy one if you are holding the slightly wrong direction on that circle boost to the hook.
너무 반가워. 놈들은 나에게 향신료로 번복한 음식을 억지로 먹였어.
yeah, even
그래서인지 기분이 이상해.
just getting to the hook can be a struggle sometimes.
벤틀리가 독방에 허점이 있다는 걸 알아냈어. 경비원들과 싸움을 크게 벌이면
I always just play
놈들이
it
널
safe and
그곳에
jump on
가둘
top.
거야. 날 믿어. 내 경험에서 하는 말이니까.
네가 그렇게 말한다면
Yeah, I haven't jumped on top of that spire in a long time.
50명 정도 해치울
It's a little
정도로
awkward.
강해.
After a while, you start to forget that that's even an
나머지는
option.
벤틀리와 내가
You know.
알아서 할게.
Two very different skill level slide 2 runners in here.
막을 수 없어.
Mapiotho's got the Fist of Flames, so we can see some Fist of Flames technology.
Didn't make it
I'm
to
not
the
sure
spikes.
how worth it some of those usages were. Fist of Flames does save some time in this job. I know that it can be used to bypass the slowdown, which typically occurs on the last guard kill. The game will slow down, do epic slow-mo shot, but with Fist of Flames you can cause it to speed back up quicker. And on all of these punches, he's able to punch the guard in one hit, but he also has to sit through the animation.
It's still slightly faster, isn't it?
I
For a
have no idea.
single guard kill.
I would
Maybe
hope
not.
somebody's timed it before this is used, but I'm not sure.
이번에 멋진 승리야.
Yeah, no. Obviously, it's optimal if you can hit him into the spikes. without having to go out of your way.
Now Mafioso did just get the fast kill at the end there anyway, even without using Fist of Flames. I don't remember exactly how that works, if the spike has anything to do with it or not. I honestly don't remember. But a pretty decent big house brawl for sure. Turk finishing up lightning action and just narrowly misses the
Oh, that is tough.
invulnerability period on that last turn.
Yeah, fortunately, he should be pretty close and only has to go for one. However, having to lose all that health again
다리 아래의 저 거대한
sucks,
파이프는 감옥의 보안
to say the
시스템에
least.
동력을 공급해. 머레이를 구하려면 그 연결을
Yeah, that's a pretty
차단해야 돼.
big time
근데
loss.
왜 내가 필요하지?
너도 알다시피 다리엔 경비가 삼엄해.
알았어. 네가 폭탄을 설치하는 동안 보호가 필요하다는 거지?
그래.
Yeah,
거의
one
도와주고
more
싶지만
to
다리
go.
위에서는
숨을 곳이 없어. 완전히 노출된다고.
맞아. 경비원들을
That will
구하려면
also give him
저
noob
동상들을
mode,
부수고
which will
네가
mean
그
that
자리에 있어야 돼.
he will
동상처럼
have to
포즈를
take
취하고
even
있다가
more damage
경비원들이
to
지나가면
die.
퍽 하고 뒤통수를 친다는 거지? 넌
How
Um,
far
맞아.
does noob mode carry over?
I don't have that information, but it certainly, I think it would carry this far because it's just from one job to the next with no loads or anything in between.
Yeah, looks like Mafioso is going for the new version of this fake floor.
Now this is not consistent, and so we do have a chance here of providing the Bombers a big opportunity to catch up if Mafioso were to soft lock or have Bentley die here.
폭탄이 설치됐어. 다음 취약점으로 이동할게.
Does
It's working so far at least, but I don't know if there are any early indications. I haven't seen any evidence of early indications that it's working. I just have to wait it out.
do you just sit here and swing for the rest of the job?
다리를 가로질러 가는 중이야.
I mean, that's not really an answerable question. That's what Mafioso is gonna do. But like I said, this strat isn't consistent, so.
Mafioso typing in chat while playing says the Bentley dialogues are the indicators
어서 여기서
if it's
나가자.
working or not.
Yeah, I've had it not work with Bentley dialogues though.
보안 시스템의 동력은
Oh.
저것으로 끝났어.
But it seemed like it works for him. Ooh, miss. Almost had an early reset. And from what I heard, that way is like 10 seconds faster, something like that.
Yeah. So something around that.
So it's not a huge time save in the grand scheme of things. Okay, Turk going into
난
Big
탱크
House
쪽으로
Brawl.
가겠어.
Mafioso racing his way to begin the operation.
차체 높이를 올리고 있어.
One of the most difficult operations in Sly 2. Starts out with an auto scroller.
이 아래로 기어들어가서 이동을 시작하자고.
So not much to worry about here in an
볼수
episode run.
뒤처지지 말고 잘
Mafioso will farm just for fun and also for you can get a health there, so
Yeah. This
it's
is
worth it
one
for
of,
him at this point.
one of the longer operations in the game as well. Right behind episode 5 and 7, I think.
접근하고 있어. 놈들이 쏘아주는지
Yeah,
알아보자.
7's is very long, so I think that one takes the top prize.
바보들.
Yeah, especially with the 3-minute cutscene.
Turk is brawling in the prison. We're seeing some gadgetless strats from him. The triangle square attack, which can one-hit any
안으로 들어가. 나도 곧 따라갈게.
any small guard as Murray in slide 2, at least. This is actually the only game where you can do this.
먼저 가.
Can you do this in 3?
No, I don't think so.
You gotta hit him 3 times?
I don't think Murray can juggle guards in slide 3 if they've seen him.
Oh, if they've seen him. Okay.
Yeah. So you can't use it in combat, you can only use it in stealth.
Yeah, which isn't Murray's preferred method. I think he did an extra hit on that guard. I think that was one that he had already punched.
조심해.
2 more guards to go. One last one.
Turk also got the fast kill.
Ooh, Mafioso opting not to go for her.
Mafioso going for the old strat. No hula hook swing or prison skip. I don't even know if Mafioso would know about the hula hook swing. So that's way before his time. It's before my time also. I'm just a very well-read man. Done a lot of research.
Yeah,
So losing a lot of time here. It's
but
Mafioso, but he makes it up here without dying at least.
네 알고리즘 암호 해독기를 실행시키고 있어. 거기 뭐 돼가는 거 있어?
성공이야. 독방을 출입할 수 있게 됐어.
멋지군. 내려가도록 할게.
apparently he broke the thing.
Yeah, we missed that. There's a lot going on. It's
Yeah.
tough to
Oh,
keep track of 2 gameplays.
yeah, especially in EP4 where there's always a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
안 좋아 보이는 걸. 난 머레이의 이런 모습을 본 적이 없어.
While Mafioso's in this cutscene, Turk is in Skysbridge now. I think we're likely to see him go for the traditional fake floor strategy,
그래,
where he'll
녀석은
death
이상하다고 했어.
abuse, most likely.
우리가 여기에 있는 것조차 모를 걸.
Which
방법으로 그래
makes,
감옥에서 유인해내는 수밖에 없겠어.
makes the fake floor strat 100% consistent.
최면 상자들은 향신료의 효과를 극대화하기 위해 만들어진
Like we
거야.
said, it's like 10 seconds or so
너는 이미
slower.
흥분된 상태고,
Well, actually, this one is a little
그러니까
more.
상자들을 모두 한꺼번에 켜면 머레이가
I don't know the
한
numbers,
칸
but
거고
it's
문도
less
부숴버릴 수
than
있을
less
거야.
than 20 seconds slower than
최면 상자는
the one we
어떻게
saw
걸지?
from
저런
Mafioso.
스위치는 모두 레이저 방어벽으로 보호되고 있지만
But provided Turk
우리가
does
그
it
근처에 가면
right, it will absolutely work.
내가 이곳의 터미널에서 레이저 시스템을 해킹할게.
Narrowly
그러니까 걱정하지
missing the
말라고.
guards there. No,
해보자고.
I don't
머리를
think it
볼수
matters
있는
too
일이라면
much,
뭐든
but if they get in your
녀석의
way
선택이
on
안
the super jump back, it'd be pretty annoying. And it looks good.
레이저 방어벽을
Yeah, it looks
해킹하겠어.
great. Mafioso making his way to the first hack. Ideally, we'll only get to see 2 hacks here, because these three hacks, you can see the those red lasers sticking up from the lock. The 3 hacks that we have to complete in this room are they're on the same map, and each of them has like a sort of signal being sent to the end trigger. And so at the end of the second one, Mafioso will try to get the lock open and then die.
방어벽은 내가 처리할게.
That jump eludes me. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, me neither. I struggle with that jump a lot, so I do the easier and faster strat of jumping from the lower archway,
Faster,
which
maybe.
nobody does.
Oh, I do it. I do it, and
You do that one too?
I
Wow.
learned from your run.
Yeah, it is faster. It does save like 2 frames or something.
Yeah, but
And
yeah,
I
yes,
personally find it to be a lot easier. So
I've only gotten it a handful of times. Okay, Mapiota has to be a little safe here, but he should be fine. That will get.
beautiful.
다 끝났어.
So there the goal is to get the lock open, go into it, and then the game spits you out, and then without moving at all, you have to then die. So you sort of time your entry with when that lower that lower drone will be shooting bullets at you. And then the game is like slow to update your position following the death and then entering the next hack.
This
So
part is
when you enter that next one, the game just thinks you're in the lock and it just opens,
조심해,
and
슬라임.
then
주변 상대들은 네
that's it.
뒷공이로 부수기엔 너무 강해.
You've done all 3 hacks.
대신 거리의 공격을 이용해봐. 전부
this part can be
박살내면
really scary if you're on low
거리의
health.
분노도 가라앉게 될 거야.
Murray can come out of nowhere and just destroy you. But shouldn't have that
내
issue.
머리 누구야? 뭐야? 여기 천국이야?
미안, 넌 천사가 아니야.
심호흡을 크게 하고 정신 차려. 알겠지?
무슨 난리야? 정신 사납게. 난 반드시
Turk making his
나약한
way
화가가 풀려났군. 그리고
under the
친구들을
tank,
데리고
as we can
있어.
see.
어쩌면 신중한 판단을 내려야 할 때인가 보구만.
농담 아니야. 난 클라고크의
But
심장 반쪽을
just
안전하게
have to
보호했다고.
wait.
이걸 백작 부인에게서 숨기는 건 아주 어려웠어. 백작 부인, 그녀가 달아나고 있어.
그녀를 쫓아갈 수 있도록 저 크랭크 바를 들어올려.
알았어.
So assuming the worst doesn't happen to Mapioto here, it should be free to leave the episode in a moment. We got the Professor PS2 queued up to be next for Slide 2 Episode 3.
Can we just
Still-
mention how nice the graphic is for the next icon?
Yeah, it is pretty good.
이 쓸모없는 멍청이 같은 일하고.
너무
Thank you for
그러지, 머리.
Still waiting to see
우리
who
잘하고 있었잖아.
who from the Bombers will be taking Slide 2 Episode 3, but I think it's very likely to be Phobos,
계속 화를 내겠다면 네 친구들에게 그
only because
분노를
I would imagine
발산하는 게 심리학적으로도
that
더
putting Phobos on Slide 3 Episode 4 would be close to trolling. So
미안하지만 시간이 다 됐어.
Does Phobos even have an EP4 done on the boards? I don't think he does. EP4 from Phobos.
Turk going for prison skip here and nails it without the pause buffer. And he gets the guard despawn. This guy's a gamer. Absolute gamer.
Yeah,
That was
Phobos
extremely clean.
does not even have the EP4 time.
And Mapioto is done. And the professor is off to the races.
Turk making up a lot of time in the prison room.
We got a dramatic shift in color hues here between the runners. Always nice to see some capture card diversity.
다치지 말라고. 여기서 가장 가까운 병원은 160km
Sly's blue is now a very light blue.
저 폭포 뒤에 사원으로 들어가는 비밀 통로가 있어. 분명히 있다.
Yeah, I think
언제나 정문보다는 비밀 통로가 더 좋지.
is Professor playing on the PS2? Is there
Wait, what did
any
you
way-
say?
There's one. No, Professor's
No,
not.
he's not. It's in 60
we
by
saw-
9.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's in 60 by 9, so it could not be PS2.
he might be upscaling on with something. I don't know.
빙고. 향신료 재배 시설을 찾아냈군. 광합성에 대한 내 상식이 옳다면 가장 비싼 장비는 이 방에 꼭대기에 있을 거야. 저 튜브를 통해
Also, there's no pulsing Sly mask in the load, and so that's another way you can tell it's PS3.
People G.
Also, you can like see things on the game, which is another way you can tell it's not PS2 because
Well,
PS2 is like extremely dark.
well, I know Professor, he upscales his PS2 using Retro Tank, which makes it so you can see the game.
I see, but surely that wouldn't make it 16 by 9. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think that's possible.
It can make it 16 by 9.
Like without stretching it,
I don't know about that.
because that not to whip out the C word, but that sounds like cheating. Um, but yeah, we don't we don't have to get into it. It's definitely a PS3. We've gotten confirmation. Um, I believe Turk is on the terminal skip hack here.
Yes,
So
he
yeah,
is
yeah.
on the second one.
So
Turk
much like Mappiotha will do, he'll try to take a bunch of damage, but be very careful to not die early.
going right to left. Interesting. I am a left to right kind of guy. I don't know about you,
I
Beaver.
think everybody is. I've never seen it. This is like trying to read a book backwards. I'm so confused at what's going on. But hopefully it makes sense to Turk.
Is he able to take one more hit, or is
He's
that
got
one
to take
shot?
one more hit, but not 2 more hits.
So you have to be real careful.
So he's got to be really careful. It's scary with
Oh
these
my
guys.
God.
These guys chase you around.
Go, Turk, go.
He's got this. Yeah, that should
Yeah,
work.
that worked
Beautiful.
out good.
Beautiful.
First try, optimal. And there's Murray. The raging hippo. Ooh, almost missing
Professor
the
having some super sneaky issues on the treetops and freeing the elephant. One of my favorite jobs in the game. One of the jobs of Sly 2 where you just get a bunch of intense Sly movement and nothing else. Very fun.
Yeah, it can be very good if you get the movement right. I always struggle with coming out of the spice plant grabs.
Yeah, with the weird camera angles and
Yeah, especially
yeah.
on this one, because you're supposed to square boost up to the top, well, up to the rope.
Yep.
Well, the vine. Is this
Yeah,
what?
so the professor is doing this is the fastest route without tusk jump. Which is like the curling, wrapping around glitch high jump over the elephant tusk in the upper
Yeah.
level of the palace. This is kind of a relatively advanced glitch high jump. So professor opting for
Ooh,
a safer strat.
accidentally square boosting off the edge.
Not to take credit for it, but it's possible he learned that route from the Beaver and Gandy tutorial. And I can't shout out myself, so shout out to Gandy for the Beaver Gandy tutorial.
Wait, what? I was having a hard time hearing you. Are you talking about the Gandy Beaver tutorial?
Yeah, the Gandy Beaver tutorial, yeah.
Okay. I think Gandy misspoke in chat as well. Professor getting that ledge grab, that was very important. That one sucks to miss. You gotta run all the way around if you do not land on that tree.
And the nature of freeing the elephant is like there's so much verticality, and there are limited areas that you can use to get back up to the top level. And there's certainly more areas for speedrunners than there are for casual play, but it's still limited and it's still really slow to get back up there. So just the fact that the professor got through the split pretty smoothly without any huge falls is good. I am gonna have to change my Chatterino settings because I'm getting a jump scare beeping noise every time you guys ping me in chat.
소용없이 있는 곤충은 희귀한
Gandy only
인도
got one ping.
만약 그것을 라잔의 사무실로 가져갈 수만 있다면 벌레의
I may
날개
have
주파수를 통해 주변의 음파를 탐지할 수
spilled a
있어.
little bit.
이해가 되진 않는데 라잔의 사무실을
Okay,
벌레로
Turkin's
배치하는
done.
아주 멋진
Phobos is
계획이지.
going on
내 말을
EP3.
잘 들어. 저 물벌레는
Let's
고여
go.
있는 물에서만 살 수 있어.
Some rare
만약 물 밖에
Slide
너무
2
오래
action
있으면
from
기분이
Phobos.
나빠져서
Now Phobos
인간들의
did
친구가
have
되게 될 수도 있다.
about 40 minutes to
라잔의
prepare,
사무실로 가는 길에 고인물이 몇 군데 있는데
so
잠깐씩 수영을 하게 되면
he
우리
could have
꼬마가
used
소름
that time to
끼칠 일은
do
없을 거야.
either a lot of practice or even a full run in the time leading up. So hopefully we'll see a Phobos that's at least not starting from 0.
Yeah, I assume he would have practiced something. Don't feel like there's two, besides maybe the Rajan fight. The Rajan fight is probably the most difficult thing in this job. Professor getting a clean water bug rug. Fun.
벌써 그 벌레의 날개 진동 주파수에 맞췄어. 난 천재.
I always get scared in this room. I always
Yeah, it
feel
is a
like
pretty scary room.
that you're gonna hit one of the lasers, especially if you try to square boost out of the door and you hit your head and fall down. Could be bad. He got the guard.
Wow. He murdered that guard for no reason.
The guard heard something, turned around, and blew up.
He didn't even have a motive for that. That was just in cold blood.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if
He
we
is
can get
pretty
this.
far right on this branch. We'll see if that works. Yeah,
Gets it first
just
try.
barely worked.
Not going for leading Rajan CSS.
Yeah, either electing to not do it or mistakenly ran into the trigger, but I would guess the former.
Yeah,
I know that we saw some difficulty in past rounds on this job from the professor, so
yeah, just playing
probably
it
the
safe
smart
with
move.
the lead advantage.
Yeah, they got a big lead advantage, but
그러면 그 청사진을 어떻게 빼앗을 거지?
Okay,
it's
Phobos,
certainly losable with mistakes.
yeah, Phobos gonna have to pull out all the strats. I'm wanting to see some trigger bomb jumps off the water wheels
녀석을 어떻게 수박으로 유리하지?
into leading Rajan CSS. We gotta get a melon skip in there.
That
is what we need to see. There Bentley is.
Now hopefully he sees the guard that is behind Rajan. I guess the camera turn will help him see him more clearly. He likes to sleep dart the guard first, which is smart. Because you got a lot less variables before you let Rajan wake back up.
Not GSMing here though is pretty bad.
Should lure Rajan towards him.
But that guard saw him. Okay,
Which is
it
pretty
worked.
fast. And everybody's asleep, so really, not a bad outcome at all for the professor.
Yeah, that could have been. He's gonna have to go fast though, otherwise that guard may wake up.
He should be fine.
Yeah.
He'll sleep for a while.
Rajan wakes up first.
And I see another guard up there, so he should be fine. Shouldn't be a guard behind him.
Looks like we're not going for melon skip. Playing it ultra safe.
That was really scary. Not necessarily because it was inherently more dangerous, but I don't I don't know the sight lines for standing in that spot, so
Yeah, and
I was pretty worried Rashawn was gonna see him.
yeah, that is the scary one. The only scarier thing is when you drop a bomb
청사진이군. 아주 잘했어 벤틀리.
and
실력이 갈수록 일치월장하는데.
it just narrowly misses Rashawn.
Yeah.
Phobos is playing very well though, so has not had any major mistakes from what I've seen.
He's got plenty of juice left over for water bug run as well.
Those guards shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, there's still a lot of this episode left.
Now the professor will start out day 2 with Blow the Dam. Very easy job for speedrunners. Fun fact, fun story that I don't think I've ever told is that when my older brother did a casual playthrough of Sly 2 in the last year with his girlfriend, he said that one of their takeaways was wondering like how you would speedrun certain jobs, and the example that he gave was Blow the Dam. And I laughed because it's like not even a job I even give any amount of thought to.
Yeah, it's
Like it's just like a nothing job.
저 댐은 분명 삼엄한 경계하에 있을 거야.
yeah, but I can imagine like playing it casually. You're sweating.
Yeah,
Like, I have
it
to
can
kill
be overwhelming.
all
Yeah.
these choppers before I can shoot the dam, and they're getting closer and they're shooting me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Phobos getting through just fine. Looks like Professor is opting for the hold and release strategy.
Beautiful juice management from Phobos. He uses the last of his juice on the approach to the pool. That is textbook.
잘 썼어 벤틀리. 라자니 수영을 할 줄 알아야 할 텐데.
Yeah, even in Blow the Dam where you just shoot at it and even destroy 2 helicopters is still no issue. Then you have to get really unlucky and shoot like 3 or 4 for you to fail the job.
In which one? Blow the Dam?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know it can, like, if you do happen to mess up, it can get out of control pretty quickly.
Phobos run.
Because like the default camera angle is like perfect to just not move, but I know from the 1 or 2 times that I've moved it before, it gets spooky fast. Phobos
Yeah.
nailing leading Rajan cutscene skip, so making up a huge amount of time. I think just under 40 seconds on Korean between the 2 teams.
That was also terrifying with the Rhino guard just running after him the entire time. He's super jumping his Bentley.
라잔의 청사진에 따르면 너는 향신료 분쇄
Also having a
근처에
lucky
있어.
guard here.
하지만 통로가 저 레이저 울타리로 막혀
Getting the
있다고.
GSM. Oh, Rajan,
공안이 놈들은
open your
지하
ears.
이 지하 동굴을 만드는군. 어쩌면 그걸
So what
믿고
happened there was
보니까
Phobos
울타리를
shot the
폭파할 수 있을지도
dart a
몰라.
little bit too
폭파
soon, and so
경로를
Rajan
그걸
wasn't
어떻게
ready to
상황을
listen
봤지?
yet.
간단해.
And then the sleep dart has a 2-second
그런 다음 거기서 나와서
reload
폭파
animation
하지만 바닥에
or
레이저
reload
근처에서
time.
조심해야 돼, 슬라이. 거기에는
And
TNT
so by the time that
없으니까.
2 seconds has elapsed and Phobos can shoot again, Rajan has moved far enough to the left that he takes a different route to get down there. So it's kind of a punishing place to shoot too early.
having to sleep the guard. Rajan running straight
That's
at
pretty
him.
scary. Should be fine, yeah. And he
And still
nails
up.
melon skip.
I don't have the experience. I would have not gone for it there. That timing seemed terrifying to me.
Yeah, he was fine. It's just all about experience and comfort. The only part, like I can tell you my perspective, the only part of that I found scary was when Rajan was running straight at him and he had to run away. But once that situation was over, and he shot the dart, and then you could see that Rajan was running toward the left to jump over the water wheel, then you know he's chilling. Professor taking an interesting route here.
Yeah, I have not seen him do this route. Really quick kill, and he's gonna.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky with that
He's gonna
shot.
have, oh, he's just gonna
Uses
kill
both
both.
of his smoke bombs.
And not using stealth slide here. Interesting. And okay.
And then he goes the wrong way here again, but that's all right. You know, this is another one of those jobs you just want to
Get through.
If you're the professor, you just want to get through it, not die. There are no checkpoints in this job, so if someone were to die, they would have to do it all over again.
Yeah, a lot can still go wrong.
Yeah, we still got some more hazards up ahead.
This job is not over until it's over. Looks like he should have a good guard cycle, though. Will he have a good grinder cycle, though? Will the spice grinder hit him?
He's taking it safe, going to the right of it. As Phobos commences below the dam, Professor moves on to Neela's secret. Should be up next, where he'll tail Neela
To the secret room. Sorry for the spoilers. Some clean movement from Professor.
또 만났군요.
That was
무도회장에서
very
날
nice.
고발하지 않아줘서 고마워요.
오히려 제가 고맙죠. 카멘디테의 표정은 정말 그냥 보기엔 아까울 정도였다니까요.
안 좋게 받아들였나 보죠.
그 누구도 감정을 농락당하는
So in
게
a Neela auto scroller section, of which we have
인도에서 이번 일만 끝나면
two in the early game when she's our friend, and then one more
하지만
after
우선
she's
태양을
revealed
위해서요.
herself to be evil.
블라버크의 심장 반쪽인 곳에
Um,
들어가는 비밀 입구를 알아냈어요.
We want to
법적으로
tail her
영장
from
없이는
enough of a
들어갈 수
distance
없어요.
where she
하지만
won't
당신 같은 멋쟁이 의적이라면
constantly like if you're too close she'll like hitch in her movement,
안내하는 동안 너무
sort of like
뒤척이지
stutter
말아요.
step
여기는
for whatever
비밀
reason.
구조로
I
가득
think it's the
찼기
game
때문에
like
아주 신속하게 움직여야 돼요.
알아야겠어요.
having her like check briefly where you are. So you want to follow from far enough back that she just moves at a steady jog, but also not too far away that she thinks you're not following her anymore. But then
also-
on any ropes, like any walkways, you want to be close to her because for whatever reason she will run across the rope quicker if you're very close to her.
Which I will say I did not know that EP5 was different. That
It is the same. I just basically what happened there was I forgot about that one, and so I just like played it off
so she still
as
turns around
being
and looks at
different
you.
because she's evil, when in fact it is the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm curious. Is Phobos gonna go for the push strat? I know he's done it in the past.
Professor is really whipping out the crazy strats of swinging everywhere, just
Yeah,
begging Neela to run into his cane.
there's a couple times
I
I
don't
thought
like that, but
it can hit.
no,
Okay,
it
Phobos-
looks like Phobos went for the traditional left side route.
Yeah. Which is fair. Can be a little awkward.
Now Phobos is at the lowest health that you can do this next room optimally at. Hypothetically, if you were to want a healther, there is a consistent healther route provided in the Gainy Beaver tutorial that I was very proud of finding.
I think Phobos will probably be fine.
He can't make any mistakes here.
Oh, he's fine.
He
He is
got the healthy from that guard.
fine.
끝나고 그 심장을 챙기려면 저 컨트롤 상자를 열어야 돼. 하지만
So
지금은
he is
잠시
chilling.
경비원들에게서
That upper
열쇠를
guard
잠깐
did get
빌려도
lured
별 문제
onto
생기진
the
않겠지?
circular walkway, but hopefully he makes his way back pretty quickly. Or Phobos could get stuck behind him.
I don't think the guard was lured for long enough, so I think he should be making his way back nicely.
Taking it safe on these lasers. Professor having some difficulty in Neela's secret on the pickpocketing. Bit of a scary section. Another one of those punishing like vertical situations. We get a very large room underneath us. So if a fall and not being able to super jump or fall into water or anything could be really punishing.
Yeah,
But he makes it through.
if you fall without and land down there, there's basically no backup. You just gotta casually make your way up. Right. And for a split second, they are in the same split.
Yeah.
So Phobos has narrowed the gap quite a bit. How long is Neela's secret? 4 minutes, it looks like. So still, no. Yes, 4 minutes. So still pretty far behind, but definitely caught up from the several minutes they were behind earlier.
그거 아주 위험한 물건인데.
Yep.
Rip off the ruby could be a scary one. It's very easy to mess this one up and lose a lot of time.
Well, and even beyond just runner mistakes, it's an infamous job for just the weird scenarios that can come up. You know, with any job in the whole game, we do our best to control the situations and have them be predictable. But anytime you're dealing with guards, there's only so much you can do. So rip off the ruby can be really scary. He's got the cutscene skip first though, and he nails it.
He does get it.
Very clean.
Yeah. Even here, Bentley can screw you over. Bentley can get stuck in multiple places. Guards can randomly come out of nowhere if you don't GSM properly. If you don't know how to react to certain guard spawns.
Yep.
루비는 거의 완벽해. 윗사람들에게 이걸 구입하도록 추천하지. 구매자에게 이것으로 계약을 성사시키도록 하라.
Yeah, you just have to understand, like you said a minute ago, to control the situation.
And here there's a series of triggers that Bentley has to hit where he still recognizes that you're following him. But Professor's good on that, so Bentley moves on. Now his GSM did kind of fall apart there, so he got that guard. He's got a flashlight guard coming up behind him. But he escaped that roof, so I think he should be okay.
I think one of the guards took a hit for him.
Took a hit for the team.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a ballsy throw.
Oh
That
my
was a
gosh.
ballsy throw. Very impressive.
He was surrounded.
I would have moved a couple of steps, but the professor demonstrates not necessary in that situation.
Yeah, I've had that exact situation happen, but I threw it straight in the guard's face as he jumps. I also somehow hit Bentley once upon a time. Like threw the rock as I fell off the ledge, and it smacked into Bentley instead of the pillow landing or whatever it is. Okay. Again, Phobos not having any trouble with Neela's secret.
Phobos nailing the quad jump very clean. A clean slope jump as well.
Professor making his way into the operation. Well, is in the operation. I didn't know you could soft lock yourself in the sly section.
In the sly section of this operation?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the TNT barrel. If you do walk off that little plank right before the end and fall in the water, you cannot get out of it in the TNT barrel.
Yeah, I learned that casually, yeah.
Learned it casually. I learned it the hard way.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, just don't fall off, you know. you got a pretty big walkway there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to fall off, but it does happen to the best of us. No. Professor zooming in here.
He's got the big zoom here. I am a zooming advocate, but this is a big zoom. Although I don't think I zoom on that turret section specifically.
I only use it for Klakla. I would use it.
Yeah,
for...
I zoom on Klakla quite a bit. I'm not sure if I do it on the others now that I think about it.
I would use it for the Sly 2 job. Not Sly 2. Episode 2, Battle of the Chopper. But historically, you cannot zoom there.
Really?
Yeah, you are unable to zoom in Battle of the Chopper. Guys, this is an amazing moment. I knew something Beaver didn't about Sly 2. Phobos run.
No, I mean, he's fine. This is perfect. This is what it's supposed to, other than the guard hit, but that wasn't really his fault. Beautiful.
Just so many guards.
Now the difference we saw between Phobos and the Professor was just due to the Professor took a slower route that I guess he probably prefers on the way to the last pillow before like the end trigger one.
He was being chased by guards at that time though, so that may have influenced it. one thing I noticed at the end, Professor could have saved a couple seconds by jumping out of the barrel a little sooner. 'Cause you just have to walk into the water there at the end.
Yep.
You do not actually have to go all the way to the door.
우리는 누군가를 화나게 만드는데 일가견이 있다니까.
그렇군요. 그쪽으로는 아주 재주가 뛰어난 것 같군요.
미나 경사, 또 한 번 도둑들과 손을 잡을 건가요?
Football's missing his first couple attempts at the turnbuckle. This is
내가 원하는 건
a
클라우드가
very
도둑
tricky one
중이에요.
if you want to do it
녀석을 제압하는 건
optimally.
당신 마음이에요.
잘 따라오기나 해요.
Yeah, opting for
He is doing it
easier
from
one.
really far left.
He was trying to
this
go
is-
for the left side that time. I do want to mention that.
Okay, yeah. He gets it on the left side. That's definitely a kind of jump where I think, rust and unfamiliarity with the game in recent times would come through.
Yeah,
Um,
I really dislike the right side jump. It is too hard for me to get consistently in runs. But that's really just a skill issue. It's also like anyone could still finish first in this run. The Rajan fight is famous for one thing, and that is the Rajan choke. But it looks like Professor is playing it safe, trying to play it smart, but the guards are about to spawn in, which the guards are what makes it interesting.
yeah, he's opting for the traditional strat, so no thunder flops. He just does a sequence of 3 punches and then single jumps to jump over the swing attack.
Yeah, he was gonna be really safe.
I'd imagine that we'll see, some thunder flop action from Phobos, so Phobos could make up a lot more time on this fight. Because optimally, the fight's already been done for 5 seconds at this point. So it saves a lot of time.
Yeah. I think from what I
And
heard,
he gets it. So it's
Wrap.
now Knave's turn to wrap it up for the Buccaneers.
Yeah. I think from what I heard Remo say, it takes a minute 10, I think, to do the Rajan fight without thunderflops. Some nice movement from Nave. Taking damage for the CSS coming up.
Jeg ser ingenting!
Ikke gi deg. Jeg har et klart signal.
Neimen, jøssen! Det er jo helt
Phobos still
utrolig!
not too far behind.
Fant du signalet?
Ja, det er bilen vår! Ja, sist
ja.
gang jeg så det,
We're gonna need some mistakes from Nave.
Canada, og nå er det her!
We're gonna need
Sannsynligvis i forhold til havstrømmene.
some good work from Diddy to get caught up.
Kjære, her kommer jeg!
Ikke engang tenk på å svømme, Mary. Vannet er iskaldt. Du holder ikke ut mer enn et minutt.
Men bilen da?
Bli hvor du
EP4
er.
is a long one
Kanskje
though.
jeg kan dra bilen bort til deg med det fjernstyrte helikopteret mitt.
Du er toppen, Penelope! De fjernstyrte greiene dine er helmakse!
Quite a few big skips, but Neve's had about an hour, a little over an hour to warm up.
Gi gass og dra
And-
bilen over til meg! Bare følg bilen!
I'm pretty sure this was the Bucks pick, right? No.
I don't recall the specifics of the draft this time.
I will.
We haven't gotten confirmation that it was the Bucks pick.
Yeah. So
So based on that, we can trust that Knave has a certain level of preparation for it. He's also had, an extra hour up until this point to get ready if he wasn't already. Now Knave did express some concern in the Twitch chat,
Forsiktig, Mary.
but I think he's just being humble.
I do remember Nave saying he was going to do a Wind Waker randomizer. And I did believe him when he said that.
He's going for the cutscene skip, it looks like. Very clean. Should work from what I've seen of the skip.
Yeah, it does look like you got it.
Beautiful. I believe that's one of the death fade out cutscene skips. That was possibly found by Hexu among the large set of them that he found a few years ago. Completely shaking up the Sly 3 speedrun, but I'm not confident in that.
There is something that can happen in this level. I don't know if it's something that is controllable, but I have seen the Murray go really fast in the ending before.
Yeah, definitely not controllable.
Yeah, but that would be really cool.
Phobos going for the flop strats on our right here, having some difficulty. One issue that runners encounter on boss fights is that bosses won't attack you when you have iframes. So when you've taken damage and the Slide 2 iframes are very long, so for like 2.5 seconds, the boss will actively try to avoid you, which makes it difficult to try to hurt them at the same time.
Yeah, I think from what I know about the Thunderflaps, I think Phobos might have been doing them slightly too late. But
now we're into the final set of runners for the day.
it looks like he is also going for the CSS. I don't know how consistent this one is.
Well, so either way you death abuse, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, even without the cutscene skip, you death abuse, so.
I'm not as knowledgeable in this game. I have very little experience in Sly 3. It does look like Murray is going to take his time, though. He does not have to go to the bathroom, so he is not in a rush.
Yeah, the thing you're referring to happens when Murray gets like stuck on a guard, and then the game like pulls him to get him back on track, and then his speed is amped up from the correction, and then he just gets stuck at that speed.
Yeah, I did not know how
It's
that
very
worked at
rare.
all.
I think it's only happened like a couple of times.
I seen Bacon Man, I think, send a video in Slide 3 one time.
I know Gnist had a gold with it that we discussed in the editor among the Slygolds editor team. Shout out slygolds.com.
Yeah, submit your golds, everybody. We need more golds.
Especially Sly 1. Although, you know, who might get in? You're not going to submit your golds, so.
I'm waiting for the update. And I'm gonna... Those boards are gonna be crazy. It's just gonna be my golds. No one else. Might as well just link you to my private spreadsheet. Not because I have the fastest time, it's just because I'm the only one that submits. What's the
now
update?
Nave will be going to... Is this get a job already?
This is get a job.
datteren til pandakongen, må vi komme oss inn under bryllupet.
Jeg har kostyme klart.
The boards are just
Får jeg
out of
jobben
date.
som bryllupsplanlegger?
Supert. Hvis du greier det, kan du skaffe jobb til flere av oss. Det er alltid fint å ha flere på innsiden.
That is all I can say right now.
Now we're gonna try to offer our greetings
Nei,
and
du kan ikke komme ut ennå, min kjære.
our offer of work to General Sao.
Faren min er sikkert bekymret.
Trying to get an inside track on this
Det går bra med meg.
arranged
Jeg bare
marriage,
slipp meg ut. Synes du dette er en bra måte å behandle konen sin på?
so that we can
Vær
free
hilset,
the
store
poor
general
lady.
Sao. Jeg hørte du skulle gifte deg, og har kommet for å vise deg respekt gjennom å tilby mine
Would
We
you
got
hire-
som
a big switch up in the
bryllupskoordinator.
the types of stories we see in this game
Jeg
compared
trenger
to
nok hjelp. Beklager.
just
Det
go
var
get the
ikke
clock
meningen å være
tail
frekk.
feathers.
I og med at jeg er et geni, kan jeg
From Sly
selvfølgelig
2.
ordne dette selv. Men jeg har
That
vurdert
is-
å
yeah.
leie inn en fotograf. En dag av så enestående kaliber bør foreviges,
Why do we even end
så
up
også
here?
kommende generasjoner kan nyte den.
We
Jeg
needed,
har en av de beste
we needed help
fotografene i
from the
verden
panicking.
på lønningslista. Sier
Yeah,
du
we
det?
need a demolitions
Vel, hvis han er i
expert for the Cooper
verdensklasse,
Vault
kan det hende
job.
jeg gir ham
Bentley's
æren av å skildre evenementet.
demolitions
Men jeg må se
skills are not
fotoprofilen
up to
hans
the
før jeg gir ham
task
jobben.
He
Klart,
is
jeg skal
too
be ham på
dumb.
banen
because the
med en
plot
gang.
demands it.
Det er best
So
å
we
ikke
need a
kaste
demolitions
penger.
guy.
Jeg er ikke spesielt
And
ettergivende når folk
they
sløser
picked the
med
Panda
tiden.
King because they already had a character model for him and also drama.
Yeah.
So here we are in China.
Peter, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
Ok, Sly.
What
General
is
Sao
your
vil se hva du har
favorite
behov for.
plot break
Vi har lagt markører på steder
or
med fotografisk
inconsistency
potensial.
of the
Ta på deg
games?
kostyme og gå
I
bort
have
til
one in
vaktene,
mind.
så poserer de sikkert for deg.
My
Lykke til,
favorite?
kompis.
Yeah.
Like between games or like within the games?
Within the games.
I mean Penelope in this game, I will never get over.
Sol, natt,
Yeah.
måne.
And then the
Okay.
other one is between games.
Hør her,
I think it's
General
really
Sao vil ha
odd
bilder av de ansatte. Si,
that the
gris alle
game
sammen.
Sucker
Yes.
Punch asks a lot
Bra
ask a
bilde,
lot
men du trenger
of
noe
you
til før du
to
snakker med General Sao.
accept the Panda King's turn in this game because he is a a complete genocidal maniac in Sly 1.
Well,
So
he
it's kind
did.
of a big switch up.
Natt. Ja visst.
He did have to undergo some
Ok,
jail
idioter.
time, so
Sleng opp noen smil og stå rolig.
Mm.
General Sao vil ha
Jail can
glade
change a
bilder.
man.
Skjønner?
not that I have any experience with that.
Det er bra, Sly.
We do have some misinformation in the chat saying there's no such thing as Sly 4. That is wrong.
That is wrong. My favorite is in Sly 3 episode 1, where all of a sudden Sly has the super strength and he could break that lock with his cane at the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, with the Ferris wheel, yeah.
Yeah, I do find that
Jøss, Sly. Det var bra fotografering.
pretty
Vis
amusing.
alle bildene til generalen. Han blir nok imponert.
What do you think of Sly's walk when he's wearing the photographer's outfit?
He walks like a duck. He struts his stuff,
Hei,
and
Sly. Prøv å ta et par bilder av generalen mens du er der inne. Det er
his
alltid
feet
lurt å
seem very
spendere
long in this outfit. Could just be me.
He's got the wide, strong stance, you know? I don't think you could knock him over. Although, he is standing very upright. You know, you gotta get the knee bend in there.
Det er bra, Sly. Jeg skal snakke med...
Vær hilset, general Sao.
And he's got this really crazy mustache going on.
You know, I've never even looked at the mustache.
Yeah,
before.
you know, when you speedrun, you don't spend much time looking at the game, you know, like closely. At least not at the
Skulle
out
bare
of things like
mangle,
this.
Deres Ekscellense. Du har meget god sans for komposisjon og perspektiv. Disse adekvate. Du har æren av å være fotograf i bryllupet. Tusen takk, general.
We got two
Dette blir et
conversations with
bryllup
General Sal
ingen
going
kommer
on
til å glemme.
for our two runners.
I wish we could hear both of them. That'd be really nice. I do not think I am gonna get a bingo. I have a very bad bingo board. We got anybody with good bingo boards out there?
Ok, hovedkvarteret til general Sao har en spesiell dobbelt hengerlås.
Yeah,
Hvis vi kan komme oss inn og forbi
75% of my board is
skulle
Sly
vi kunne
4.
finne innkjøpslistene til bryllupet.
It is not happening today.
Jeg
Yeah,
redd det ikke blir
That is
så
unfortunate.
enkelt. Nøklene har selvutslettelsesfunksjon. Og vaktene som har
And,
dem, er i kontinuerlig
Diddy's
Another-
working his way through Get a
Skjønner.
Job.
Hvis vi stjeler nøklene
Nate is on to grapple cam break-in. Try to get these
Stemmer. Vi må stjele
with
nøklene
the
nesten samtidig. Siden du
key
er
pull
en
is
bedre
Sly,
tyv enn
followed
meg,
by quick
er det
key
nok
pull
best
from,
at
well,
jeg tar min
actually,
først.
quick key pull from Bentley, and then another from Sly.
Den er god.
Then we'll get some grapple cam action.
Jeg er på plass. I samme sekund som du har din nøkkel, tar jeg min.
Greit. Jeg er i rute med nøkkel nummer 2.
Getting spotted there. Should be fine. I think he's... Yeah, he was far enough away that it did not matter.
Kinda lost him at the perfect time.
Oops, we got some
Jeg har den første nøkkelen.
buffering,
Ta den
I think.
andre før vakten får meldt fra.
Chilling now.
I didn't know if my internet went out.
Supert. Nøkkelen er inntatt.
Yeah, no, that was just on
Møt meg
the
foran statuen av general.
on Nave's side.
Out of juice. Not a bad time to run
Bra
out of
jobba.
juice.
Med begge nøklene og hakekamera er jeg klar for kontoret.
Ooh,
Er du
how
sikker på
long
at du
until
ikke
we get to
trenger
the...
Jeg er
Carmelita
redd dette er et
charge
problem vi bare kan løse
section?
teknologisk. Ok.
You're talking about Battery of Peril?
Ikke vent
Yeah,
på meg.
I
Dette
like
kan
that
ta
job.
tid.
Like what?
That is, I mean, I think it's not for a while, because I think we have to do laptop retrieval first, which is kind of a,
Yeah.
midway point operation in and of itself.
Yeah, it is still not for a while. At least another 10 minutes. I'm being yelled at by my dog. So I will be right back.
Sounds good. Good luck with the dog. I'll hold down the fort.
Du overdrev ikke da du snakket om sikkerhetstiltakene. Håper du kan bruke
Alright, Nae's moving into the
hakekamera til å lure en vakt til å
interior.
trå på
Grapple
trykkplaten,
cam
ellers kommer
break-in.
aldri opp.
As Diddy wraps up Get a Job. The grapple cam mechanics can be a little finicky. Definitely take some practice getting used to them.
Bra. Skyt en bedøvelsespilbane.
Clean first phase from Nave.
Lur den øverste vakten til å gå på den andre trykkplaten, så laserne skrus av. Hei, hei! Kom hit, da vel! Følg lyden av stemmen min!
I am back.
I'm back. That was fast. You didn't miss much.
Looks like we had 2 cutscenes maybe that I missed.
Yeah, and a little bit of hack a camera action.
Bedøv han,
which
han er
is
på plass.
Norwegian for grapple cam.
Bra, vi har klar bane.
We've unfortunately missing that
Men når det
first
ikke er å
shot.
klatre eller hoppe på, er det den eneste måten å komme seg til datamaskinen på.
Let me get a healther. Will we
Ikke
ran
vær
right
redd, lille
past it.
datamaskin. Det gjør ikke vondt.
Not worth it.
Informasjonen om bryllupet må være bak.
Do you not run back in this job? I don't remember. Oh gosh, guys.
Well, in the early going, it may be worth it. Each adrenaline burst saves 2 seconds. But like in that scenario, he was close enough to the end that it would not have saved the full 2.
Yeah. I just remembered something horrific about this episode. Yeah,
What's
I
that?
really-
You're referring to vampiric demise?
That is horrific. But I really hope Avatar is sleeping well. 'Cause, Avatar will not be with us for much
Jeg
longer.
er et geni med stor G.
You talking about the defense avatar? I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's a defense avatar joke? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
I'm surprised you didn't get it. That joke has been made every single time EP4 has been ran. Ooh, missing a push boost. I think Beaver does watch ACES.
I watch ACES. Just a lot of times with the sound off, you know. Oh no. We got a sound lock. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. That shakes things up a lot. Diddy's got an opportunity here. Now the gap is still substantial.
It did.
And luckily for Nave, he did sound lock at the start of a job rather than deep into one.
Yeah, that is.
But
an
that is a
optimal
big
time.
chunk of time to just lose, you know.
What is it? An extra. I don't know how long resets are.
They're like long in this game, very long.
And then it's also even longer because it's not just a reset, but it's a shut your
Crash.
console off.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, Diddy isn't too far behind. This will make things a lot closer. Now, do we get the back-to-back? Surely not.
Well, you know, it's just as likely to happen now as it was on the last load.
Oh, the guard got stuck.
One of the things I learned from AP statistics is that probability has no memory.
Diddy having a little bit of trouble with this guard.
PC-en til general Zahl må være her et sted. Ingen grunn til å være forsiktig, bare få jobben gjort.
Ok, Sly. Jeg har funnet PC-en hans. Dette blir lett. OS-basert brannmur. Dette er barnemat.
So on the left here, Nave's into laptop retrieval. General Sao took his laptop, which is one of the worst crimes you can do. So we got to get Bentley's laptop back because it's got all our plans on it, all our secret plans, and also all of Bentley's games. So
And his Macho Man pictures.
Yep.
From where he's edited himself to look better.
Aha! Jeg tror jeg har funnet noe. I dagboken hans står det om en hemmelig vei. Gjennom bønneklokken, så over
The
himmelen.
slideshows.
Får du med deg dette, Sly?
Jeg er på vei til klokken akkurat nå.
Får kanskje
Yeah,
ta
is-
med Guru. Dette høres ut
Was
som
there
noe
a
for ham.
slideshow? Bentley have to make that by Chalk Talk?
man, it's crazy how young Mapioto is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mapioto, you can tell his slideshows were made without a computer because they have a projector sound. Like he's got like a fucking thing he puts the pictures through, and it sends the light through them, and we're looking at it like on a wall.
And he draws on them.
Yeah. With like a marker.
Yeah, I just read the message. I did not even.
But in Sly 4, they're done in a computer. He upgraded his technology, I think. So.
Klart det. Hvis du må henge deg på for å levitere, så vær så god.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's an Elmo. Although, you know, I actually don't think it's an Elmo because there's a, I don't know what that sound is, but I don't know what it's called. But there is a, there's a sound when he changes the picture. And I think that's, like a slide projector is what Ganny said, yeah.
You know, it'd be really cool. You know those glasses that you can wear, and then you click the button and it goes to the next picture. It kind of looks like a binocular.
Wow.
That would be really on brand.
Nave concluding his walk across the heavens with the guru,
Det er greit. Ta deg en hvil hvis du trenger det. Jeg stikker videre og ser etter Tsao.
as Diddy works on the
Merkelige avlesninger forut.
hack at the beginning of this
Kanskje jeg
job.
skal bruke optimaliseringsbrillene?
Would you walk across the heavens with the guru?
To get back Bentley's laptop, yeah.
Yeah, that is very important. Especially if you have no
Aha, den
training in
Sly
spire
Guru.
jumping.
Det ser ut til at du og den lille gjengen din greide å følge sporet jeg plantet.
Personally, I would
Du
want
kommer
to
selvfølgelig
read the
snart til
Thievius
å oppdage
Raccoonus
at du er
first
hjelpeløs uten det.
before walking across the heavens with the guru.
Jeg er stolt av å stole på vennene mine. Hvem trenger venner når man har tjenere? Hvem trenger kjærlighet
Unless he
når man
could
har
just, like,
lydighet?
Pick
Men det er vel
better
ikke det jeg
objects for
prater
me.
Når jeg likevel skal knuse deg. Denne hellige skogen har vært åsted for hundrevis av slag.
Yeah,
Mine
Viewmaster.
forfedre har knust alle som har kommet i veien. Det samme vil skje med deg. Bentley, hører du dette? Hva er han snakker om?
Jeg har hørt om disse valplassene før. Energien fra alle kampene som har foregått før. Styrker
Yeah, those things were
og
amazing.
gjør at de kan sveve langt. Du skulle kunne greie å fly hele veien over arenaen med ett hopp. I tillegg kan du sannsynligvis endre retning i svevet med dobbelt hopp.
Nok prat, Cooper.
Now Nave's in
Og gjør deg klar til slutten
definitely
på
one of the cooler
Cooper's
boss
plan.
fights in the series. I think a pretty iconic moment from this game
Retning i lufta med dobbelt hopp.
that I would imagine pretty much everybody loved casually at least.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite episode in Sly 3. And General Sao is definitely my favorite boss. Yeah, it's also in the Swiss stage highlights, as Ikendi's pointing out.
Very clean first section from Nave.
Yeah.
Kom
Do
tilbake
we?
og ta det som en mann.
I think Nave is probably going to go for the stealth attack.
Bra jobba, herr
I
bryllupsfotograf.
forget what the gadget's called.
Utrolig at du holdt så lenge. Slutt med dette. Slipper
Yeah, I
oss
think
inn,
you're
så
referring
kan
to the
slutte å
knockout
slåss.
dive one.
Nei,
There's a
det
lot
er
of
min.
options for
Når de
this
to
Yes.
for
etter
this
blandes
fight.
vil vi bli enda mer
That
mektige.
is what I
Pandakongen
think
var en gang en stor
Nave will
mann.
do.
Med saunaene kan vi komme enda
Knockout
lenger.
dive
Men
into
hun vil
silent
ikke gifte seg med
obliteration, I
deg.
believe.
Hun er kvinne. Hun vet ingenting. Etter jeg fikk overtalt faren hennes til å begynne med meditasjon, var det bare å ta henne. Jeg har møtt mange grusomme
Yeah,
menn.
this fight casually is very difficult,
Men det er ikke alt, Cooper. Så
but
langt
in
har
the
jeg vært
speedrun
snill
it
mot deg.
seems
Men
trivial.
nå skal du få kjenne de eldgamle svarte kunstene til
Ah.
Sauron.
I mean, now with gadgets,
Yeah.
yeah, it was horrible before. Like, so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Nave
Du
getting
vinner
it
dette
second
slaget,
try.
Men krigen er ikke over. Bare ta den teite maskinen din. Det har ikke noe å si. Jing er min. Jing er en person, ikke en ting. Beklager,
I think General
kompis, men
Sao's
dette slutter
equally
nå.
pissed off on both screens right now.
Pass opp.
He's
Pass dere
always
for
pissed
hans
off.
vrede.
He's a pretty angry man. Angry chicken man.
That's crazy. Do you think after they beat General Sao, they went out and got some General Sao chicken?
They might have.
They definitely could have.
I'm actually having chicken after this race. I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Any chicken wing enjoyers?
I had chicken today, except for it was a buffalo chicken salad.
Wow,
It was very good. It was at my
does
favorite
sound
diner.
good. Was it like cold chicken or warm?
It was warm grilled chicken.
Hei, Bentley.
Nice.
Er du og Murray ferdig med å fikse bilen? Jeg er redd vi trenger en ny kraft.
Yeah, I'm going there to watch the wild.
Batteriet er ødelagt. Ok, er det en i nærheten jeg kan
I would
stjele
go
for
there
deg?
to watch ACES.
Penelopes rekognosering har funnet
I don't think they have
Men i
ACES
og med
at
dette er
Buffalo Wild
ømtålige
Wings.
greier, tror
They
jeg at
should.
jeg skal
They are a
utføre
sports
selve
bar.
utkoblingen selv.
Yeah,
vel,
and this is a
hva skal jeg gjøre
sport.
nå? Hold deg her. Jeg trenger deg til å lade batteriet.
That is for sure. All right, Nave making his way over to Battery of Peril. You asked about it, Stevens. Here it is.
I did.
We're gonna get to see the cutscene skip here. Frizz made me laugh in one of the earlier rounds. He said you could try that cutscene skip at home, and indeed you could. It's very easy.
I think it's really funny, just like what Sly does. This is very unfortunate. I do have to go get my dog now.
Good luck. Knave with, oh my goodness, he got him before the archway. Very clean Battery of Peril. Man,
Bra skuespill, Sly.
I wish the jab was always like that.
Plugg det inn i en av hovedledningene for å stabilisere det. Så fester vi det til bilen. Men vær forsiktig. Nå som
Very
batteriet er
rare
fullt,
and very
kan vi
ideal
ikke
outcome
observere
for
flere av
Knave.
skuddene til Carmelita.
Already with the big lead for his team, but likely stretching it even further.
Bra jobba. Snart er batteriet stabilisert. anlegget er stabilt nå. Ta det med deg og plugg det inn på skjulestedet.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Nave's making his way back to the safe house with the battery.
I just find it so funny watching Sly run around the hub while you're playing as Carmelita. And like in Pokiyaki's run, I think it was, he just ran all over the place. He went in the complete wrong direction.
Oh no. We get some Carmelita action. Unplanned.
I think this was intentional.
You think so?
It looked like it. Probably wrong though. I don't know. I don't know anything. Is there a death abuse coming up?
Well, he's not even gonna be playing as Sly once he hits the trigger, so.
Oh. This is probably not intentional.
Yeah. I think Nave spun into that trigger. I'm pretty sure you don't have to spin into that one, if I remember correct. See if Diddy can replicate Nave's success with the battery shocking from Carmelita. But there's definitely no shame in not doing that, because that was ridiculous. Or I don't know if you left right after that or before.
I did miss it. What did
Very clean from Diddy. Very impressive.
What did Nave do?
Both runners just very clean Carmelita shooting section. Once Sly passes that archway, it gets almost impossible to hit him for a while.
Hallo, gamle venn. Jeg skal jobbe side om side med Sly Cooper, og kan ikke ta deg med på reisen.
Now Panda King's gonna tell his
Du har sjansen til å hevne deg. Han
the
brakte oss
genocidal
til
part
vandring,
living within him that he's gotta leave him behind.
Ydmykelsen var et veikryss. Jeg har frivillig valgt den ydmyke sti. Ydmykhet
Which, you
kostet
know,
deg datteren
we've
din.
all been there.
Grep Cooper nå!
How long is this cutscene?
It's long.
I guess it's not even a cutscene because you can't leave either. Because you have to interact.
Both sides of it are long. But if they were just one cutscene, you could at least walk away.
Yeah.
Du er sterk. Jeg er ydmyk, men bare sammen kan vi bli den faren Ying behøver. Yin og yang nå, eller? Hvis styrke var alt som telte, vil Cao være en ideell svigersønn. Ok da, vi sparer
We're on the
Cooper.
same job. This is a very long job, though. So. Vampiric Demise is over 10 minutes
Frykt ikke,
long.
Cooper. Jeg tar ikke ditt liv
Typically.
i dag.
Takk.
Jeg vet at du har vært ute av gamet en stund. Så
What
kanskje
a
du skal
line.
tørke litt støv av de gamle ferdighetene. Det viktigste først. Å fyre av salver mot gjenstander. Få kamera til å peke mot et mål, og hold inne L1-knappen. Slipp opp knappen for å fyre av.
Talk. Do you think?
Husk at du kan få med deg flere mål hvis du bruker
It does mean thank you, yeah.
Du har alltid vært flink til å angripe
Ja.
flere på en gang.
In Norwegian
Prøv å treffe
and
disse to
Swedish.
vampyrene på forskjellige steder.
I know that. I think there was some recent development in Vampiric Demise
En full pakke gir dobbelt skade. Ok.
with destroying the last headstone, right?
Yeah, I saw something about that. I didn't fully understand the differences, but I would imagine that Nave will be doing updated strats.
bære fyrverkeriet fra lageret.
Yeah,
I know that he splits his time between
Ok, jeg er ferdig med denne.
between
Du
Sly
åpner opp
Cooper
her,
and
jeg tar neste lager.
Strålende.
and
Jeg skal nok få
Zelda,
bruk for disse.
right?
yeah.
But at least within the last couple months, he's been grinding Sly along.
Well, he actually just had a in-person randomizer event. SG. No, I don't know what it's called. But he just did a tournament for Wind Waker here recently. I think he won his first match and lost his second. With the new Vampiric Demise strat, I don't know enough about Sly 3, but I think it has something to do with not targeting anything but the headstone. Or maybe... Yeah.
Nave just throwing away some time there. He neglected to get the trigger before he ran over here to his little camping spot.
Oh my god. This Banaki-Com is amazing. What the hell?
Yeah, we get to see the
This
beautiful
is-
Panda King Banaki-Com.
Looking at
They
this...
spent more time on this than designing his gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting this... Giddy, you can't get to the joke before I do. I was gonna say that's me. Those vampires are ugly.
Well,
This vampire in chat.
I like the way they hop around is funny.
Yeah. The
Bare
vampire
ett
in
lag til.
chat's a lot
Dette går
prettier
strålende.
than the ones in game. Also, I agree with you that we spent more time on the Banaki-Com than Panda King's model.
I said his gameplay, but,
Oh, his
but yeah,
gameplay.
that too probably. It's definitely an updated model from Sly 1. Like his face is different. But yeah, Sly 3 was made in a very short amount of time. There definitely was they cut a lot of corners. Fortunately, Nave is posturing to go for the cutscene skip. This will be a huge moment in this match, pending the outcome. We could see this swing in either direction.
Do we think Nave is trolling us though?
I mean, he could be, but he's at 25% health, and I would, if I were trolling, you'd want it to be less convincing for that reason.
Well, I could see him going 25% health and just standing here for the rest.
Yeah, but he could kill himself on accident from this position if he were to firework them.
It's so funny to me. I like how the Panda King has an actual crosshair. Unlike anybody else, I think. Their jaws are so messed up. We do get to sit here and appreciate the sounds the vampires make.
Yep.
This is peak gameplay on both sides of your screen right now.
I'm supposed to be impartial as a commentator, but I cannot deny that I want Nave to miss it. It would make, I mean, this match would become about 10 times as interesting.
Yeah, we are really close. Let's see how this goes. He's not going for
And
it.
Yeah, he didn't go for it.
Dette er det siste fyrverkeriet.
He did say abandoned. Something was wrong.
Ja,
So
dette skulle
likely the
holde.
smart move, you know, not worth messing around with if it doesn't feel right.
Da
Ja.
stikker jeg
However,
tilbake til skjulestedet.
Diddy, I feel like has to
Ja,
go for it.
gjør det.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's got, you know, that the Bombers have nothing to lose at this point. They can only pretty much only gain time because you're not gonna like make up this amount of time just from playing normally, unless something horrible happens on the Buccaneers side. But they've already had the sound lock, so for that reason, it feels like you're not gonna get any more luck in that direction.
Yeah. I think this is where the new strat is at.
Fyrverkeriet du og Sly stjal, er kraftig
Nave
nok til å knekke
not doing the new strat, I think.
Yeah, this is the old traditional strat, but done perfectly.
Yeah, no issues
Definitely
with
very
that.
fast.
Okay. Now that we're done with Nave screen, Diddy should be coming up on that cutscene skip any second now.
Any second now, you think so? Sure he doesn't have like another minute of sitting here?
I really hope not.
Because I'm leaning towards he's got another minute to sit here.
He is moving,
Hei, Murray, sjekk dette!
but he did not move far.
Hovedruteren til telefonlinjene.
Jepp, vi er i rute.
Let's go any second now.
Sterk nok til å åpne den. Åpne lokket så jeg kan koble
You're
av
certainly
ledningene.
more likely to be
Med
correct.
litt flaks skulle vi kunne avlytte samtalene til Sao.
Ja, jøss, Penelope. Enkelt for en som er så sterk som meg. Unna, her kommer
How about
Hercules.
now? Okay, so we have to be getting really close.
Ikke unna.
Karak looks more menacing the longer we wait.
feil. Ikke gi opp, Murray. Jeg kommer.
But do you think
Murray
you're
just got
okay?
messed up by the poisoned gas
Spreng ham. Husk å legge et kruttspor.
inside
Alt må gjøres ifølge
that
tradisjonene.
lockbox. I don't actually remember what that is.
For sent! Han er så godt som
Okay.
død.
Nei, det er ikke over. Bruk den
That looks good.
Den er rask nok
It
til å
is
ta igjen
good.
ruta på fjellsiden. Det er
Clean
den
cutscene
eneste
skip
måten
from
vi kan
Diddy.
sette Murray på.
Now moving into the last section of Vampiric Demise as Nave sets off in the RC car. I have to see if Nave goes for the palace skip, which saves about 15 seconds. But once again, we got a sort of a big risk because it loses a good amount of time to miss it, and it's definitely not an easy strat.
Nave is a go-getter. I believe Nave's gonna go for it as he drives right past.
So he's opting to go the normal way.
Yeah. Giving room for Diddy to catch up. However, minimizing mistakes, I think, will win. Oh my God!
I don't think he'd die there, but I don't actually know. He might. I mean, there is a railing there, which might make Sucker Punch think that he can't get over there. But the part where you do palace skip is unique in that it is a one-hit kill. Because normally that is not what happens. So it seems that they knew about the possibility of people going for that shortcut.
They should just put a barrier in. They wanted to stop it. And I did not know that. As we can see on the right side, Murray being swept, and tied up.
And rescued on the left side. We get to see him rescued and captured at the same time.
Yes! Murray er i live! Jeg kommer aldri til å glemme den lille modige bilen din! Du kan få
They
sitte
did
på
it.
med meg!
If you were watching, they did the same animation at the same time.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they both like adjusted backwards, like putting his head up. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Diddy go for palace skip. Surely we don't get another sound lock from the Buccaneers. Diddy is going for it. It seems like Diddy had a setup. Oh. Get there. Second try. Let's go. It did seem like he had a setup for the first attempt that was working until he got shot back. Stuck spotted.
Yeah, there's a few things that make the trick really tricky when on paper it might seem very easy. Because there's like a stuck spot area trying to keep you out, and if you roll off you die instantly. And the angle's pretty awkward.
Klar når du det.
Klar!
I posisjon.
Jeg er klar!
Jeg er også i posisjon. Selv om vi mislykkes,
Nate
dette
is
et
starting
nytt
the
oppdrag.
operation.
Vi har ikke glemt Jing.
Ok, folkens. Da kjører vi.
Is this the longest operation in this game?
Penelope og Murray er avhengig av deg for å bli
I
sluppet
think
inn.
so.
De
Yeah.
burde være i posisjon ved inngangsdøra nå.
There's a lot. There
Døra for en dame.
could have been a whole nother job
Jeg
in this
prøver å vise
operation.
respekt. Går det bra med dere der inne? Det er mange sikkerhetstiltak.
Ja da, det går bra. Du må komme deg av gårde hvis du har tenkt til å rekke å treffe pandakongen og Guru.
Alltid prisgitt timeplanen. Der har du meg.
Hva er planen?
So
Ifølge
while
tegningene er det en datamaskin på den andre siden av rommet, under dragestatuen.
Bentley and
Jeg kan
Penelope,
ødelegge
not
den med
Bentley,
den fjernstyrte bilen.
Murray and
Så lenge jeg
Penelope,
ikke bryter de blå sikkerhetsstrålene på veien.
they're breaking
Blå
into under the
sikkerhetsstråler.
palace,
Oi,
the
dette
treasure
blir
room.
intenst.
They're breaking into the treasure room in the. They're not in the palace. They're in like that other temple or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Sly's going to meet the Guru and the Panda King in the palace.
And Sly has to disable the alarm system of ACES. Some nice movement from Nave. All that's left is the cutscene skip.
It's a big moment here.
All day.
And he got it. So that cutscene skip has tremendous risk to it, because depending on how you miss it, you can end up in this next phase with an invulnerable blue security beam node or whatever they're called. And in that case, you cannot destroy it, and the fastest way to like reset everything is to just wait for that timer to run out, which is like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, because
You
otherwise
sit there and do nothing.
it'd be a console reset, and then or a game reset, and then redo
You
the
could just
job.
load the file, but you would have to play the whole job again up until this point.
Yeah.
OK, vi prøver igjen. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Vi er inne!
Hvordan ser det ut? Er du
Oh, did
Det
he
er
getting
masse å
caught
stjele,
there?
men konstruksjonen ser råtten ut.
That-
Skikkelig
That
ustabil.
is unfortunate.
Murray, Sao er på vei mot deg.
When I was a kid, I struggled with this section so much. Like
Nei, vent!
it was so difficult for me.
Yeah. Especially in this section that Diddy's at right now. Going into that blind turn. The amount of times I just accidentally went into the
Alltid
next,
rute til timeplanen. Der er du
the
meg.
next laser.
Pandakongen og Guru er i posisjon
It
under
is
palasset.
pretty hard to
Når
see
du er
these
inne,
laser walls.
begynner de å sprenge.
Yeah. And some of them move, so if you don't
Kan like godt gjøre det med stil.
know about their cycles and where they are, oof, did he miss it? Just barely turned a bit too much, it looked like.
Yeah. I feel like the
Ok,
strat
karer.
of
Jeg er over
backing
dere.
up seems
Vasene rundt deg
easier
brukes
to
i et
me
eldgammelt kinesisk sikkerhetssystem
than
for å ta
the
tyver
drive
som er
forward and
under
turn.
bakken. Når vi lager en tunnel, kommer palasset til å riste.
Skjønner. Hvis en av vasene faller, går alarmen.
Stemmer. Ikke la dem dette i bakken. Jeg stoler på deg, Sly Cooper.
Vi skal redde Jing. Jeg lover. Guru har rett. Vi må sette i gang.
Wow, the
Shot
auto
the
targeting
bomb
there really screwed him over there.
I've never seen
I was
that one
not
shot.
really worried. I was not really aware of that concern. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah. He was really far to the right. So I would assume that was why it shot over there.
Suksess!
Ah,
Vi befinner oss rett
did
under
not move far
brudekammeret,
enough
kun
forward.
et par centimeter fra Jing.
Hører du, Bentley? Din tur.
This is a section where if one thing goes wrong, it can lead to a meltdown.
Yeah.
Because then you're just trying to rush and get it finished, especially in a race setting
Carmelita til å komme foran palasset
where
på
you mess up
Vanligkaka.
right at the end and you're
Rocketbanen
just doing everything you
passerer
can to
sikkert.
catch up.
Så
So you're trying to push the
nå er
cycles.
Clint inne for noen knep. Husk å bli i posisjon på plattformen, så vi er klare til å avlevere skatten.
Nave moving
Oh
on to
my gosh.
luring Carmelita with the grapple cam. And Diddy electing to just get rid of the computer and take the time loss with the cutscene. Certainly a valid choice to make. At this point, Bombers are hoping for a miracle in the form of something awful happening to the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, a sound lock. Especially happening after going into the dragon fight.
Well,
Or
either
really
way, it would put the Bombers ahead.
Yeah,
Any-
Disse kara
sound lock
skriker som
anywhere
om de
would be
stikker av.
really bad.
Å, pappa! Du har reddet meg fra general.
Now Nave is into the longest cutscene in the series,
Ja,
as
kjære
did he
datter. Nå er du trygg.
destroys all of these nodes.
Nave, if you're listening, you can go do your Wind Waker randomizer now if you want. There's plenty of time in this cutscene.
Bentley. Den hemmelige planen Alpha er iverksatt. Du vet, der jeg forkler meg som Tsao, og tar med meg den forkledde bruden under bryllupsseremonien. Sørg for at hele gjengen
Did he
er
moving
der.
on?
Ok, jeg drar til bestemmelsesstedet. Over og ut.
Sly Cooper og de hemmelige planene hans. Hvem er denne forkledde bruden han er så
We're
interessert
gonna
i?
see the famous cannonball
Kle seg ut.
again here in a minute.
Jeg skal gi han og gjengen et bryllup de sent vil glemme.
What even is in that dragon?
Hva er disse
That orb in the
rumlelydene som
middle?
forstyrrer meg i
Did they ever
meditasjonen?
explain what that
Rett
is?
før jeg skal gifte meg
I don't know.
Slapp av, min brud. Jeg skal
Looks like
ikke
there's
la noe
something
hindre vår
magical
kjærlighet
on
i å
it.
blomstre. Ikke engang de miserable fluktforsøkene dine. Nu vel, kanskje meditasjonen er lettere å gjennomføre blant skattekammerets herligheter?
Here he goes. That's not a cannonball. Murray needs to get his words right.
Carmelita tok agnet. Hvordan går det med Jing?
Vi er i bilen. Venter
And
bare
Nave
på
is
deg.
out, right? No more
Hei,
loads.
Murray. Tsao er på vei
No
mot deg.
more
So
loads.
yeah, so this is pretty much in the bag for the Buccaneers.
Kanonkule!
They'll just have to fly up to the dragon
Ok,
with the
folkens.
fireworks,
Slipp ned
deliver
skatten i
the
fallskjerm.
hits,
Jeg er klar.
and they'll be off to the semifinals.
Murray!
I was hoping to see some of the spin attack. The new movement
Familietempelet.
that
Ødelagt.
Mapioto found.
Maken til kjensel. Dette skal
I think
dere
that
få
movement's
igjen.
pretty cool.
Kjeften din, Sao! Jeg knuste tempelet!
Yeah, I
og jeg
don't
skal
believe I've
knuse
seen
trynet
that
ditt.
in the
Ikke
dragon
glem
fight.
Cooper-gjengen.
Du kan ikke ta meg.
No, it's
Følg med,
it's,
Bentley! Skattkiste på vei!
movement to get onto the palace. Well, not the palace, but
Skandaløst. Jeg kaller på
to
deg.
get to the job trigger.
Steindraget fra tempelet. Fra stein til liv. Hjelp
I
familien
don't know if it's
Tsao i denne
optimal for
stund.
gadget runs.
Yeah, you know, now that I think on the way to the job trigger, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nei! Slipp meg!
Yeah, just stand there,
Det er ingen
Penelope.
som
Good
slår
job.
Tsao-klanen. Hør her, Cooper. Min
It's
slekt
to the
slår de
vampiric
på
demise
alle
trigger.
måter.
Det handler ikke om
So
etternavnet,
that
herr
happened a
kamerat,
long
men hvem
time
du
ago.
er.
Wait, no.
Det går bra, ok? Jeg landet på fyrverkeri da jeg falt.
Sly,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
smell til
The
denne
jump
pysen
attack.
slipper.
Okay. Nave is gonna finish this out. I don't think Nave should run into any issues.
Au! Au! Han klemmer skikkelig hardt.
Pretty clean so far from Nave. Couple hits of damage, but you know, not a big deal. Ends up, looks like 1 hit short of the dragon's demise. He's got to come all the way back up.
Oh,
And now this is a little
both
more
Sly
scary.
and the dragon are
But I
one
mean,
hit.
he's got an enormous lead.
Who will
It's
win
just-
this fight? This is intense.
This is Knave versus the dragon.
Turn around.
And he
The
got him.
dragon was 2 hit.
Høy på stikket.
He had
GG's to the Buccaneers.
GG's on another win in the quarterfinals. We'll move on to the semifinals against we do not know.
Yeah, they will face either the Outback or the Jackalopes, depending on the Outback's choice of opponent.
Well, let's get these runners in here. Let's see what they have to say. Welcome in, Buccaneers.
Welcome in, Buccaneers.
Whoa.
How are you guys feeling about that victory?
Feeling
amazing.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. Nice
All feel
record we got
great.
one.
Yeah, the draft seemed to heavily favor you guys. What were your plans for the draft?
The plans for the draft were pretty much exactly as the draft went. We wanted to get a double game somewhere in there, probably either slide 3 or 2. We knew that the slide 3 option really wasn't likely, so we kind of pushed for a double slide 2, because the Bombers, they have a pretty good spread. You know, they can cover slide 2, 3, and 4. If we try to focus 2 of them into a single game, there could be some, you know, it might be a little bit harder on them, and they might be expecting us to go on the spread as well. So that was pretty much our plan. We wanted 2-3, we wanted 2-4, and we wanted 3-4. So it really worked out for us there.
Welcome in, Bombers.
Welcome in, Bombers, as
Oh,
well.
it's a party now.
Thank you.
GG's.
GG's, guys.
GG. Well done.
What did we start off with? 2-4. I just want to ask, Bombers, what was your plan for 2-4? Were you get this practice? Turf, were you prepared for it?
I was not really prepared for it, but I did have a file and setup and stuff, so that's why I opted in to start off the run with that one.
Yeah, I was originally supposed to run 2-4. I think on the stream you saw me go to a power save tool because I didn't have them actually on my PS3. And yeah, I just didn't have enough time. It takes too long to launch, so that would have been late.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
see
so
that.
I ended up doing it.
Yeah, even with no practice, because you were shut right into it, you did very well for one of the scariest episodes of Slide 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, it could have gone a little bit better. I was about like 5 minutes off PB, but for not practicing it, it went all right.
Yeah. Mapioto, how did you feel about episode 4?
I feel really amazing. I was practicing a amount of time on my time of 2-4 and got a 31. So I got to my goal to get to this race. And I feel really amazing that I actually played 2-4. But the run, but the Pinoku con proxy on the Avistron Condesa was bad. On the operation, I just broke the thingy and the prison escape and just felt pretty bad. Lost 1 minute 30 combined 2. But I feel really good since I got the big lead from Turk, from the Bombers. And it was pretty good enough. And yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it definitely set your team up very well to get that lead, especially by catching the Bombers off guard.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah. If that didn't work out, I wanted to play Slide 4-4 also, but neither that happened. So I guess.
So I got a question for the Bombers with you guys, unfortunately concluding your time in the tournament. How did you guys feel about your performance, like overall as a team across all the rounds?
I feel like none of us really had that much motivation, so it was a bit rough. I think if we were all motivated, we could have done a lot better. We just barely managed to make it to the
quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals. Yeah.
Well, you know, you got this far and you delivered some fun races, so thank you guys for participating. It's been fun.
Thanks for having us.
I got a question for Nave. How worried were you that you would throw?
Well, yeah, I'll just talk about my whole run and get to that question near the end. So,
Okay.
to give some context, I just got back from vacation, where I was at SGL Speed Gaming Live, where I spent the week doing nothing but playing and watching Zelda randomizers, for a few really cool tournaments, a lot of fun, all that stuff. But that means I haven't played Sly in a while, so I was kind of worried. Then I golded Tearful Reunion, which I was happy about. I couldn't hear comms, but chat looked like maybe there was some concern about my methods. That's just what I learned from Canudi, and it worked out. Then it was just an awkward run because then I had the sound lock and laptop, and I was like, oh man, it's over. This is so bad. But thankfully, it was so early. Before I could even touch the job trigger. If it's gonna happen, that's where you want it to happen for sure. Could have been way worse.
For sure, yeah.
So yeah, from there, not feeling very great. I know Diddy's catching up. He knows how to do push boosts and stuff. I don't do that. And they're not huge, but they also kind of are, right? Like they definitely help a ton of movement. Then I golded Battery of Peril thanks to really nice Karm shooting section. Vampiric Demise, before we even got to my run, I told my team I wasn't going to be doing the Vampiric Demise CSS or the down the line Palace skip because we had such a strong lead. Shout out to Map and Professor. But then, once the sound lock happened, I'm thinking, all right, maybe I should go for those. So if you're wondering why I abandoned the Vampiric Demise one, it's because once I started to go for it, there were 6 vampires. You're supposed to kill 4 and then kill the last 2 as you do the Death Abuse CSS. However, when I launched the initial volley for the 4, it killed 5 of them, which can happen. And in my experience, when that happens, the CSS doesn't work, just from my past experience. Maybe it still can, but maybe I'm unlucky, I don't know. So I just abandoned it. It's fine. And then down the line, just wanted to stay consistent, not risk anything. Just skip the Palace skip. And then I was worried about Operation RC Car CSS, but I had practiced that a number of times before the run started. I keep wanting to say Seed because, again, just got back from Zelda Rando tournament stuff. But practiced that a few times, came in clutch. And then at the end, the dragon fight was really ticking me off. I got a really unnecessary 3rd cycle and down to 1 HP, and I was having flashbacks of when I almost choked the El Jefe fight when I played Sly 4 last time. And I'm like, no, dude, not again, not like this. But it was really just an awkward run overall. I'm glad it's just finished. It was like 2.5 minutes behind BB thanks to the sound lock and just bad play, but we made
Yeah.
it through, and I can't thank my team enough for, providing that strong lead that it was all right.
Yeah. Well, GG's everybody.
Hold on, I want to ask, what made you guys decide to ban 2-7?
Yeah, so
Oh no.
we weren't going to originally, but Mapiotha, you want to take that?
Yeah. 2-7. I don't know. We just wanted to ban a Slide 2 episode that wasn't 2-3 or 2-4, and basically that.
Yeah, we kind of just decided like, Prof doesn't have as much practice on 2-7. Turk has been doing a lot of 2-3, and despite that, so is Prof. So we'll just put them on that, and decided to switch it out on the bans.
Well, that may have ended up being your saving play because I was grinding the shit out of that episode last night, and that was gonna be our first pick. So I mean, it definitely would have probably. I mean, might not have played out too well for you guys if that was the episode I ended up running.
Yeah, thanks to Mapiotho for changing my mind on that one.
Good play.
I do want to say that, to the Bombers, you guys mentioned the low motivation. That's definitely real, but despite your low motivation, I mean, it just, saying that still proves the high skill level you have. Not being motivated, but then still playing so well to make it this far. That's really, really good.
Why, thank you.
Y'all were an amazing competition, and it has been an honor to fight y'all not once but twice, especially in my favorite Sly game, Sly 2. Thank you.
Yeah, indeed. You guys ended up being quite the reckoning force in this tournament.
Unexpectedly.
Thank you guys for chatting with us.
I do want to hear from Diddy and see how you felt trying to make up that time in EP4.
Well, I knew I had to go for like every skip that I knew. So going into Vampiric Demise and down the line, I knew I had to go for both of those skips, and I got both of those skips, and it was going pretty well. I mean, throughout the whole run, I had pretty bad movement, so I lost a lot of time to that. And then in operation, I went for the CSS in operation, and I never tried it before, but I thought, I have to go for it. So yeah, I tried, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, your run was very clean. You were playing very solid. And like you said, you hit both of those like important tricks. It was just once you came to the RC car cutscene skip, it was a little rough. But it was really fun watching your run. Everything you were planning on doing beforehand was going perfect.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us and chatting about your race. Buccaneers, we look forward to seeing you guys in the next round. Take a look at the bracket here. So the Buccaneers will move on to face either the Outback or the Jackalopes, depending on the Outback's choice. And we still wait to see the outcome of Sabres and Vipers. Join the Sly Gold's Events Discord to keep up to date on when that match will be. And thank you guys for watching. Here's our merch as well, coming up on screen. Use the merch command to find it, and also last moment we had a T Sly Golds, aka T Sparkles Prime subscription. Thank you to T Sparkles. Thank you guys for chatting today, chatters. Thanks for viewing, viewers.
Till next time.